And all you people tuning in, it's so good to see you. I'm so glad you're here today. Today, I want to talk about saving it. You're probably wondering, what are we saving? Well, that's going to be up to you because whenever I go through the junk drawer or the boxes that I've set aside things I don't use very often, I say, why am I saving this? And usually it's because I'm looking for one item and I find another and then another and another. I'm like, what? Why did I put these all in this box? I want you to be guilt-free. I want you to just let it go. We do things for a reason. And the reasons at the time we do them make sense. But later on, when we go through the box and we see what we've set aside, we go, oh, that reason isn't valid anymore. Why am I hanging on to this? And you might remember the reason or not. You could just say, you know what, right now this does not have value or charge to it. It's going. I had some friends that they would put things in boxes. I'm not sure they labeled them, but they labeled the date of when they put it in the box and they taped all the edges. And if they hadn't opened the box in a year, they took and threw out the whole box. They didn't even look to see what was in it. They thought to themselves, if I haven't gone in here in a year, I probably don't need it. Now, I'm not that brave. I usually look in and see what's in the box, and then I toss the whole box. But for you, I want you to remember that choices that are made today might not be valid a week from now, a month from now, a year from now. But I want to say it's guilt-free. Sometimes we look back and go, why did I do that? It's hindsight is always 20/20. Of course, we're going to rehash things and go, well, I thought that was going to be worth it. Well, maybe it wasn't. But at the time, it was all gung-ho and yeah, this is the greatest thing. And I find that when we let go of that energy, well, I'll say I let go of it, I feel so much better. I might have to place some things in the recycle bin or just toss them directly into the garbage, or I recycle them and give them to someone else. I have a whole library of books and I've been carting them from place to place to place and I've read most of them. And every now and then I'm like, you know what, why am I hanging on to this book? It's not a reference book to me anymore. It's time. So every time I see someone in person, if I have finished a book or decided it's time to recycle it, I hand that book to that person and say, hey, would you like this? And then I don't have to worry about going to a thrift store to drop them all off or throw them in the basket or the garbage. I feel like it's going to a worthy cause. It's going to be used again. Now, you might not have to do that same routine because you're like, I'm not spending the time. I'm just chucking it all. Hey, I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. That's probably the easiest way to go about it. I happen to be a recycler. But anyways, that's my tip for today is don't worry about what you've saved, but when you discover it and you've decided you no longer want to save it, let it go. Could be thoughts, ideas, impressions, anything that you've tucked away that you're like, no longer resonates with me. And once you lift that off you, I can imagine that your vibrational frequency is greater. You might not be able to measure it right away, but I would like you to take a look and see how that shifts you. And drop me a line. See if that's happened in the past and let me know. Hey, I feel so much better. I let go of all those envelopes that my friend gave me 5 years ago because I never used them. We use email now. Great. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. So drop me a line. Let me know that you've been here. # Psychic Senses. I'd love to hear from you. I'll talk to you soon.